Hello there, racing lovers. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, and I got Santa next to me, Harry Schiedel, and he's got some great gifts in his bag for V75 Halmstad. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, it's actually a fabulous meeting just before Christmas Eve, and I've got a big sack of goodies, and let's hope we can win something for our watchers and supporters. We love you all at any rate, so a good South African Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you all. And the first present in the bag comes in race 6. Notice that V75 1 is in race 6. Notice that. And you got your first pick there, right?
Absolutely. I've gone again for my usual Quinella. And Sevilla, I think, is a fantastic horse. He's changed stables from Per Nordstrom into Joachim Löfgren's custody now. A really tough horse, a great fighter, knows where the finishing line is, and I have no doubts about him finishing in the first two. And I've coupled him with a rather good name, Prosperous. So we'll have a prosperous new year as well, Per. And that's from the Johan Untersteiner driving, number 12 Prosperous. It's from the Marcus Lindgren stable, and I've always liked what I've seen with this horse. He's a capable individual, and I say that combination, Sevilla and Prosperous, I think is going to give us a prosperous payout.
What we saw there actually was something extraordinary. It was a sprint race. It was a stay race then, and it's a stay race today
Stay
again.
race, yes.
And he has a good speed the last bit, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And as I say, if you saw Sevilla as well, these two will fight it out.
Yeah. A wise decision, I take it. Let's go to race 8, where I know you have a good win bet for us.
Absolutely. I've followed this horse for a long while, and I've always liked what I've seen. She got beaten last time, Livy Magic, number 3. And I noted down last time, she had a tough race, and you can see a very, very tough opening as well. But holds on, doesn't just collapse. Okay, she gets passed by 2 good horses, but she holds on to that 3rd place in grand style. And this time I really feel that the ball's in her court. She's going to take the lead without having to expend too much energy. And I think once there, she's going to be very hard to pass.
Can you speculate in an odds there?
3-1.
Well, that's good enough.
Yeah, I think that's good enough.
All right, let's move on to the next race, and you got a pick for us in the 12th race.
Yeah, you know, the first time I ever saw this race, this horse, it was the name that attracted me, the Pepper Boy.
Pepper Boy.
Yeah. It's great having Per here next to me, honestly. He's not just a pretty face. Anyway, the Pepper Boy came from the Petri Pura stable, had a really, really good form and a good sense of ability, put it that way. He's moved now, and Christopher Eriksson driving is one of the top drivers. He's an aggressive driver, and I think this is exactly what the Pepper Boy needs. And I can see him really cleaning up on Sunday at Halmstad.
2 things I heard from a man on the inside that is a very good chance, and then Petri Puro, he's very optimistic. This horse hasn't started for 2 months, but it doesn't mean anything, says Petri.
Yeah, and when Petri says it doesn't mean anything, it's actually, he is so on the ball, Petri, has the chances of his horses, and I agree with you fully. And
you got to listen to
even
Petri.
If you've got a man in the inside, I want to be inside as well there. The Pepper Boy, don't forget that.
All right, that leads us to the Daily Double, where you, of course, have bankered the Pepper Boy in the second leg. How do you do it in the first?
In that first leg, well, I've taken number 3, Corner Sensai with Stian Juhl. And I think Stian Juhl is going to deliver a Christmas present to us all. This is a really capable customer. He's won his last 4 races in grand style. They don't come over from Denmark just to enjoy competition. He comes over with a good chance. And when Stian Juhl comes over with this kind of horse, then you know that they're all in. So I think we're going to have a great double there. 3, Konai Sensai and the Pepper Boy.
That looks like 10-1.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good money. Let's move on to the V75, and you got it all figured out there as well. As I see it, you have 2 bankers. Let's talk about the one in the second leg you got there, Captain Kid. What can you tell us about Captain Kid?
Well, it's trained by Peter Untersteiner, and it's funny that Peter Untersteiner is driving number 9, Tiger Face.
Yeah.
And, many of you will think, why? Well, I had to choose between the two, and Johan Untersteiner driving Captain Kid. Captain Kid won in grand style last time out. I think he's really got the better draw at the moment. draw 2, and I had to make a choice, and you have to sometimes make a choice. And for me, Captain Kid has just got the edge over number 9, Tiger Face.
Yeah, he's on the other hand, he's rather unroutine. I think he's only done 5 races or so, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
but he's improving.
Yeah, he is. What about the other one in the 4th leg?
Well, Carl-Johan Jeppsen is an absolute, when you talk about zenith in form as a driver, he's really come into his own in 2018, and right now he's really at the top of his driving form. He's meeting a couple of very good ones. Peter Untersteiner has got 4 Oriental Pearl that is a really capable customer, but it's circle start. And that's what put me off. Draw 4 for a young horse or an inexperienced horse is not the best of draws. And I think Carl-Johan Jeppsen, who's very fast out, a very capable driver, shoots to the front, and he's going to stay there all the way.
Yeah, and Magnus Dahlén's stable. What a fantastic season he's had,
I mean,
right?
talk about Christmas.
Yeah. All right. Anything more you would like to add to this rich information you've given us?
No, I think we've got a fairly good system. Again, this time, note pair, we've got 2 bankers. I dropped a banker this time just for you. And as I say, we hope both of us, the 2 of us here, hope you're going to have an absolute Merry Christmas and you'll have a lot of money in the pockets to enjoy the new year.
I couldn't agree more. Catch you later. Thank you for watching.